Alright, it's Thursday. And I am going for a ride after a weird work cancellation yesterday. And oh, there we go. Got to fix my mirror. That's one of the byproducts of yet another attempted theft on my bike. And they vandalized tried to take the GoPro case that was empty, that I leave there just once in a while. I'll switch the camera into the handlebar case. But what they did is they undid this and took, they were walking away thinking, haha, I got a GoPro. And then they smashed it on the ground a couple steps later when they were closer to the lights that we have out there. And so I found multiple pieces of the GoPro case. But oh my god, like what a fucking dirtbag. So they probably bumped the bike and realized it has an alarm. So they can't really steal the bike, but they thought it would be fun just to wreck my GoPro or steal the GoPro from me. And we have actual cameras in when you come in and out of our parking lot, but not right on each vehicle itself. So somehow we probably have a photo of whoever this was. Which is crazy that people would even do that at a place that, unfortunately, people can get it, even though it's gated. People could just hop the fence or whatever, but if you do come on any big strata property in this area, you're going to be filmed. So I just don't understand, like, how stupid you got to be. And heaven forbid if I had actually caught him or her or whatever, I would have just beat the shit out of them, like, with a big stick. Like, you're not going to fight back against an old dude with a 2x4. So, yeah, she's cold. And I'm wearing new kicks. I'm wearing new shoes. So I'm a little spazzy with my shifting, as you can see. These are very light steel toe boots, high tops. So they're good in many ways. I'm just not used to them. The other boots were just heavy and big, and they lasted quite a while though. And they were only 80 bucks. So these were, I don't know, 60 or 70 bucks. I'd have to go back and get the receipt. And yeah, unfortunately at the moment I can't really blab about whatever's happening at my regular job, which sucks. I'm emotional about it, I'm pissed off, there's lots going on, but I just gotta leave it. Like, I can't publicly blab about that. I've already got people trying to steal my bike. So yeah, I got enough problems. I could use some support from the Harley network. Operation Harley. But I should have a little gas. I can go for a ride and calm the fuck down. This is kind of like a religious thing after I went out this morning with coffee. Not sure about this car behind me. So far he's doing okay. Okay, I have decided, probably unwisely, to attempt a short highway run. Yikes, what the hell is wrong with me? I've got to take a multi-sabotaged, already crashed motorcycle up to highway speed in the winter, because I'm a freak, basically. I don't know what's wrong with me. Where would I start? Trying to have a sense of humor about it. Not really working. Okay. Easy, easy. Easy peasy. Alright, here we go. Gun it, gun it, gun it. baby, little tiny 5-speed. Go, go, go. Here we go, moving over, so I'm not that asshole old guy slowing everybody down. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even see the speedometer anymore. I don't need glasses. Just let the bike do the driving. Yeah, I don't really feel great in this guy's blind spot. I'm just gonna say hello. There you go. Now you know there's a bike next to you. We can both kind of chill. Ooh, I got a guy right behind me. Woo. Okay, kind of nice. Kind of nice. Okay, he backed off a little. Hopefully the wind drag is slowing him. Make sure I'm in fifth. Yep, I'm in fifth. We got no more gears. She's smoking along pretty good though. And I'm not freezing. It's a little breezy, but this sweater is actually doing the trick. It's partly acrylic, I think. It's not really wool or anything, so probably not that warm if it gets wet. Oh, yeah. She's starting to sound a bit like a Harley. Just steady as she goes. Tucked in behind a Rogue. He's watching me, probably. I'm watching the traffic. Yeah, it's a little chilly. But this is a perfect little mental health hop, not gonna lie. I have nothing really I'm doing today because I can't really buy stuff. I've got a little food in the house, and I'm going to make a cup of tea when I get home, and that's going to have to be amazing. It's going to have to be truly amazing. By the power of the wavy hand, up here in the highway, I somehow have done a couple of lane changes with just my hand. I'm not trying to show off, but it's kind of nice not to have to take your eyes off the road to search for that stupid signal button. I normally hit it without looking, but still, it's kind of like a one less thing. I don't think I'm going to make this green turn light. There's one thing I do know, it's a very awkward turn. Like, look at how sharp this turn is. Look at this shit. I'm going to take the full 2 lanes, then I'm going to go right here. Yippee! Alright. I apologize for that. That was probably really loud. Hopefully I edit that out. Throat clearing. But I am a little choked up that some evil bitch fucked with my Harley last night. Honestly. If I actually catch that puta, I'll put an arrow in them. They'll never walk straight again. Okay, a breezy rip down, this is, I believe, King George Boulevard, part of it. So basically a ride around my local area. Making everything as deliberate as I can. A little bouncy through here. How am I doing for the stale light? I'm gonna give her. Woo! Pebble off the visor there. That's right. Showing some brake light as I gear down. Holy Chiba, it's cold out. It's about 10:30, I guess. Caught a green light, holy crap. That's nuts. Okay, pretty smooth, old guy, pretty smooth. Go. How to lose a tail. Cut across 2 lanes of traffic like a boss. Seriously, I'm just riding in circles because I like doing that. I like knowing that I can do this without blowing any money because I spent $12 the other day. That's how cheap you gotta be in order to run and own a little bike these days. Like, holy crap, I'm kind of barely making it, and it looks like spring is gonna be a joke for making money. I thought it would pick up really quick and we'd be rocking, but nope. It's gonna be another shitty year. The last 2 years, I've progressively made a bit less money each year for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I honestly just want to file my taxes so that if I get killed in work or on this thing, anybody who cares enough to help me get rid of the apartment and bury me would be able to, because the taxes are paid. That's what it's all about. Whoops. See that? I fucking slid on that little arrow. Jeez. Ooh. Might have been a little oil on it. Yeah, my back tire just slid on that arrow. I swear I wasn't doing a Terminator burnout or anything. Like I wasn't goosing the throttle. That was scary. Ooh. Oh, there, doggy. That was scary, man. Yeah, fuck. This is really keeping me alert. Yeah, all my problems seem pretty small when I'm about to plow into a Tesla. Even brand new, this bike had shitty brakes. So that's what I'm dealing with. If you have a child in their early 20s and they want a Harley motorcycle, like a little ripper like this, buy a new Sportster S. It's liquid cooled. They can sit in traffic taking selfies all day long, and it has like ABS brakes and shit. It's like all modern. And it would be on warranty, so mom and dad don't have to do shit until he crashes it, or she. So hopefully if you get them in riding school and they last a couple years, then yeah, they'll have a lot of fun with a new Sportster S. I mean, if you're in a family where they care about each other, unlike mine, and they actually share money, then yeah, go the extra mile and put your kid on something safe. I mean, fuck. Don't make them ride a death trap like this. This thing barely starts. Oh, fuck. But whatever, I'm an old guy, right? Like, it's pretty good for me. I don't want to say I'm old. I'm in my 50s. I'm just trying to survive until 60 so I can draw a small, tiny, microscopic pension. And hopefully find a person I can trust, or a couple, like a corporate couple, to rent my apartment so I can go do something else. And they just help pay my mortgage while I'm basically, working part-time somewhere, chopping carrots. I don't really have a retirement plan other than just renting my place out somehow. And I just use it as a mailing address. My residence, even though I'm, quote, working out of town. We'll call it self-employed. Sort of all day on the deck of a tiny, shitty, leaky old sailboat. That's what I learned too, that you don't need much. Unless you're going to go over to Maui or a really big ocean hop, you don't need much. You can get to Vancouver Island on, something a little bigger than a fucking surfboard. Like, really. If you know how to sail, you can scoot across. I did it in a 22-footer, and people looked at me like I was crazy until I parked it with the main still up at the dock in Squamish. I went from Victoria Inner Harbor to Squamish in a 22-footer that I bought from it was my way of donating back then to a Christian sailing group called SALTS, Sail and Life Training Society. It looked like my marriage was going to fail, and I was praying hard at this little Baptist church, and I was like, okay, if I'm going out and I'm going to be homeless for a number of years, I want to do something good. So I figured she'd just throw me out. So I bought the tiny sailboat so I'd have a place to crash for a few days until I sorted out another apartment. But ultimately I moved. I just sailed away. It is what it is, right? But That's life. No one's ever loyal to me. Except this motorcycle. And I want to stop at Walmart, but I have actually a gift card for Walmart. And I have no idea how much is on the gift card. Wow. But I'm afraid if I go in, that some fuckhead will, you know, mess with my bike. So it's like, hey, yeah, Walmart's in there somewhere. Another Walmart. No, I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not feeling it. I need to make, I had a banana. I had coffee and basically just a banana because I was so stressed. I actually woke up at, I don't know, maybe 2 a.m. to go pee, and I checked my thing, and I was supposed to go to work today. But, yeah, it's a complicated situation right now. So needless to say, I was pretty stressed and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I'm kind of grateful that I'm just doing this today. Ugh, there we go. Just gently over the tracks, baby. Don't need to F up my spine. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was a good, you'll notice any of my videos, I don't want to stop. Once I get riding, I don't want to turn the bike off. Holy fuck, I need gas. So it looks like I'm going for gas. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for gas. Well, there you go. I probably just burned a half a tank of gas going around the hood. Goodness, look at that. I've got a permanent gas light. How diabolical. Downhill with the wind in my face. Doing 60 kilometers per hour. Getting my signal on so this guy knows I'm actually going to planning to get out of his way. Nice and easy. Notice how I slowed right down. Didn't want to dump it. It's a fairly steep downhill corner. And I'm going back the way I came. Because I don't know, it's just easy to do this gas station. The other one involved near my house, both of them, involved doing a bunch of speed bumps. Who the fuck wants to do that? speed bump after speed bump. It's brutal. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oops. Nice. All right. I think I've gotten my Harley on. Get your Harley on. I know, I'm a disgusting old man. Oh well. We'll get him next year. Right on the line. That is never an easy corner. Not gonna lie, that's pretty hard. And I'm looking at where my GoPro case used to be. Just can't believe the puta that did that. And I just wish that I would have seen it. I would have been able to confront that person. No, I would have just hit him with something, to be honest. Totally. They're gearing down. Okay. All right, we're almost back home. Let that lady know how nice it was that she made eye contact and did not actually kill me. Very nice.